moment frozen in time. The truth hidden below the surface. Halfway around the world in the southeast of Sweden, a team of innovative archaeologists from the Kalmar County Museum are using ArcGIS to perform forensic analysis, piecing together clues to reveal the secrets of the past, using sensors to bring real-time information to researchers and the public. This is the story of how piece by piece, artifact by artifact, the Kalmar County Museum is uncovering our history and creating understanding. Well, please welcome two of these pioneering archaeologists from the Kalmar County Museum, Nicholas Nilsson and Fredrik Gunnarsson.
Thank you, Lauren. We'd like to take you back in time to the late 5th century Europe. The Roman Empire is falling apart, and it's a time of turmoil, uncertainty, and war. This is causing the tribes of Europe to migrate in a large scale, and that's why the era is called the migration period. This turmoil also affected the north, that today is Sweden and the island of Öland. Many ring forts were constructed at this time, mainly used as places of refuge during wartime. So, what is a ring fort? Well, a ring fort consists of a defensive wall surrounding the houses within, such as this reconstructed ring fort at Eketorp. Over time, these forts slowly turned into ruins, like at Ismantorp, where you can only see the foundations, until finally, very little remains, like at Sandbyborg, where many of the stones have been reused for other structures. During this period, Öland was a wealthy area. We know this because of the many gold artifacts found here. Much of this wealth came in gold coins, so-called solidi, gained by islanders serving as mercenaries in the Roman army. Sandbyborg is unusual because of its high concentration of solidi in the area and its unique location adjacent to the Baltic Sea. In 2010, the locals alerted us that looting was taking place in the fort. We did a metal detector survey in order to save any remaining artifacts. What we found truly astounded us. 5 jewelry caches with artifacts like this large gilded brooch. We later discovered that all of these caches appear to have been hidden inside the door to the right. Now, why would such treasures be left behind? That's why we continued excavating at Sandbyborg. One of the things we needed was a good base map with enough detail for investigation, because the only one we had was this. With the help from 3DR, we flew a drone, collected images, processed them with drone to map, and created this high-resolution base map in just one day. It also adds the benefit of producing a high-resolution elevation surface, which is really important for understanding the site and the surrounding landscape. This level of detail, along with an unusually dry spring, allowed us to see traces of the house foundations. Using raster functions, we can create a stretch which enhances these foundations even more. We also did image classification, which highlights some of the foundations, the fort wall, and the defensive boulders in the west. So, with this analysis, we could easily determine the hidden outlines of the houses.
We have been excavating in Sandbyborg for 5 years, and over the last 2 years, we have excavated House 40. For example, we have found a pile of lamb bones and fish skeletons. It would seem like the fort was suddenly deserted. They even left their meals unfinished, a moment frozen in time. We documented artifacts using a workflow that the museum developed called IDA, Instant Field Documentation System and Availability. Thanks to Collector for ArcGIS, We get more efficient data collection, a user-friendly interface, and high accuracy measurements when combined with Xeno 20. Going digital is a huge leap for archaeology. The IDA workflow not only saves us 3 hours per person a day, it also changes how research can be conducted. Before, projects could take a couple of years getting published. Now we can dig, document, and make our results available in real time. Powered by GIS, we were now beginning to understand what happened at Sandbyborg. But then, we found something completely unexpected. 6 complete human skeletons. Our osteologists determined that all of them had died a violent death. Some suffered fatal blows to their head, like these 2 individuals by the front door. In order to unravel the mystery of who they were and what happened to them, it's important to find more skeletons so we can perform osteology and DNA analysis. So, we would like to introduce you to a colleague of ours. Fabel is specialized in finding human skeletons, even if they are 1,500 years old. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here today, but he was kind enough to send us a video. Good dog. Here's where Fabel told us to look. And with Collector, we also know where he searched and where he hasn't. So does this work? Well, here are Fabel's markings, and here are the skeletons. Judge for yourself. Imagine using this type of sensor in other situations, not just archaeology.
So what's going on today? Right now, we're excavating House 4, and every day we fly a drone to document the dig. As archaeologists, we dig back in time, removing layer after layer, starting with the turf. After just a couple of days, you can clearly see the foundation of the house. And after a couple of weeks, we reach the moment frozen in time. This month, we've collected over 500 finds so far. And here are some of the finds from today. Every day, our team is out excavating without us. But even if we're here presenting, Frederick and I can follow their work in real time. Now, let me tell you what we think the fort looked like. 3D is the perfect tool to analyze our results and to visualize them to the public. We believe the houses had grass roofs and that the defensive wall was reinforced on the inside and that the fort had 3 gates. Not only are we presenting our results to professionals and to the public in real time, we are also telling the story of the victims' gruesome fate, since they can't.
On the Sandbyborg website, we have embedded a web map so we can engage with the public, and they can see the changes as they happen. So far, we have found 7 human remains, 3 of them children. We also created 3 web apps. One is a story map about Sundbyborg and its relationship to Europe. The second is an interactive guide to the site. Finally, we shared a web scene with the public, where they can explore our data and our interpretations of it. What we found through several years of excavations is that around 480 AD, Sundbyborg was site of a massacre so terrifying that the fort became taboo. No one ever returned, the bodies were never buried, the houses never looted, the farm animals never stolen or released, and the site was never rebuilt upon. These are the mysteries at Sundbyborg. Archaeology is more than the study of the past. It's the study of the present by using the past. And GIS helps us understand not only what happened in Sundbyborg, but also to understand and shape our actions today. Thank you.